Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Carrie, and this is the Paper Paved Path, where we talk about all things paperish, including planners, pens, stationery supplies, books, and more. If these are some of your favorite things, like they are mine, make sure to hit that red subscribe button down below and join our community. So today we are setting up another section in our financial planner. This is going to be my yearly overview section. So we're going to flip back to the notes section. As you can see, I've already done my goals section and I've added these gold tabs here. So if you did not catch this video, I'll make sure to link it down below. So this time we are going to be setting up our yearly overview section. And that consists of our yearly overview, our bank account info, insurance, yearly income tracker, yearly expense tracker, net worth tracker, and our bank account list. So we're going to be setting those up. As you may have noticed, I've already kind of penciled them out just so I knew how I wanted them laid out. But we're going to go ahead and get started with this first page, which is just a coloring page. And I'm just going to use my dandy glue roller. So we are just going to color it in, and I actually did create this, and you can purchase this and all the other printables you see in on my site, and I will link my shop down below. So there we have that all done. So we're just gonna go ahead and flip and set up the next page. So I'm just gonna grab my roller and my washi tape. So account name, bank, and account number. And some of you may be wondering why I'm actually writing our bank account numbers in a book that could easily get misplaced or stolen or something else. And that is because here in Norway, there's not a lot that someone can do with just your bank account. They have to have, it's called a Min ID, which is like a little chip that gives you a one-time number every time you want to do anything with your bank account. So it's not exactly, so without that number they can't do any transactions or anything. So that's why I'm not so concerned about having them written down somewhere. Now, I'm not going to show them to all of you. It's just not something that I worry about all the time if someone picks this book up. Also, this book never really leaves our apartment, so yeah, so that's that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and list all of our bank accounts and the bank that they're at, and then I'll add the account numbers later. So we have my husband's main account, which is the one his debit card is linked to. Then we have my main account. Then we have our emergency fund. Then we have my savings. Then we have extra on bills. And this is just like a holding account. If we have money that we can put extra towards debt, or if we can prepay some bills early, or my school tuition money goes in there until we get the bill for that, because I typically have it for about a month before we get the invoice. So yeah. And then we have our son's debit card account and his savings. And then we have Anya main, and then Anya's savings. So all of these are located at Sparbank. And I'm just going to go in and fill that in later. Then we have my account, and is at DMB. And then my husband has an account there, and we use it for business stuff because our businesses are set up as sole proprietorships. So we don't have to keep that money separately, but we do in the beginning. So we have the business, which is at DMB, and then business savings, which is where we put any tax money we might have to pay. Then I have another debit card at Nordea. This is the account we use for subscriptions. And then there's also a savings account linked to that. So those are those. Then we have our sinking funds account, and that is at Store Brand. So those are all of our actual bank accounts. You might be thinking, why do you have so many bank accounts? Or why are they at so many different banks? And there is twofolds for that. One, we have separate bank accounts for many things because it's just easier for us. Like, my husband hates that subscriptions come out at all times of the month because he can't expect, even though I know what day they come out on, he does not know what day they come out on, and he doesn't remember. And so when he logs into the account and there's money missing because Netflix or Viaplay or something came out, he gets really frustrated because he forgot about it and then it came out. So with that in mind, we transfer all the money we need for all of those subscriptions, all the business subscriptions, Tailwind, all of those types of things into the subscription account, which is this Nordea main account. And I have a debit card linked to that. And we just transfer the amount of money that we need in that account every month, and then they come out throughout the month just like they normally would, but he doesn't see that. He only sees the lump sum. And that works better for us. Also, my father always said, especially with local banks, although most of these aren't local banks, Spar Bank is, but he always had accounts at every bank in our hometown. And the reason why he did that was to have relationships with those bankers and so on, but also because of the saying, never keep all your eggs in one basket. So this kind of spreads stuff out. We've had issues before where our Spar Bank account, we can't access it because the system's down and we can't use the debit card. This, matter of fact, happened to me when I was traveling, and I had all of the hotel money that I needed in our savings account, or our bill paying account, which I actually missed. I'm not sure how I managed to miss that, but we also have our bill paying account, which I just noticed we were missing. So I had all of the money for our hotel stay in the bill paying account because it just sits there, and the system was down and I couldn't transfer it to my main account. And I called the bank and they couldn't do anything because they couldn't get in. And I had to actually call back and tell them when they could process to pay for the hotel. But thankfully we were here in Norway, and I had actually stayed at that hotel several times in like the past couple of weeks or past couple of months, and they were really understanding. So having a second debit card, and I know y'all are thinking that maybe that's why you should have a credit card and so on, but having a second debit card where I have money that I could have taken care of that would have been much better. So that's why we opened some of these extra accounts. So that is how we are doing it. So the next accounts I'm going to put on here are pension accounts, and I'm just going to leave a line. Actually, I'm going to leave 2 lines, and then these will be our pension accounts. So we have Robin's pension. Actually, I'm going to do it by company name. So this is his old job pension, and it's at Store Brand. Then we have Citizen, which is another old job, and that's at DMB. Then I have my pension, which is at Yanacita, and then KLP, and I think that's all of those. So that is all of our accounts for right now. So we're just gonna flip over to the insurance page. Oh, I need to add the washi tape. So that is that page all set up, and then we're gonna set up our insurance page. I actually have to still get our insurance information, and we're going to be doing an insurance review this year. So I'm actually not going to be filling anything out right now, but I'm just going to be making the lines and all. So in this first box, I'm going to track our insurance type. So if it's car insurance, homeowner insurance, that sort of thing. Second is how much it cost. And then third is our deductible. So that is that. Just flip it around. I'm gonna wait until I am done putting all the pages down to trim them, because I'll probably have washi on the other side. So that page is all set up. The next is our yearly income tracker. I had some problems trying to figure out how I was gonna set this up, and I really wanted the months to go across, but in order for that to happen, I would have needed 2 pages. So I ended up doing the months down. And so there's actually going to be 2 lines per each month just to divide it up. So it takes up a little more room. So that is my yearly income tracker. Flip over and do my yearly expense tracker. So I ended up doing the same thing here, where the months are down the side and then the different categories are crossed. This one was quite hard to do because of all of the categories. And I had to kind of combine some stuff, but I think it will be fine. So then the categories that are along the top are, the first one is home. So that will be anything to do with our home. Home supplies, rent, so on. The second is food. Third is the liquor store. Fourth is kids. Next is anything to do with the cars. Health. Medical. Business. So then we have unbudgeted or miscellaneous. Then we have entertainment, have debt. I was going to include insurance, but I think I'm just going to put that under car and house, and so I actually have a free one, so I'm going to figure that one out later. So that page is all set up. So next we have our net worth tracker. And as you can see, I've already set this up, but as I told you when I was doing my account, I left off one account. So I am just going to put it there, and then I'll do business accounts combined. So if you've never done net worth before, you basically take all of your assets, subtract your debt, and that is your net worth, or in some cases a net loss. So right now we have a net loss because of all of our debt, but we are working on that. So, and I had to utilize the very bottom of the page as well as the top line. So the washi is going to be a little different on this one than my other pages. So that is where I'm going to go ahead, and this is total assets, total liabilities, which just means debt, and then net worth. So that is that. Flip it around. And originally I was gonna do, I said it would be different than the washi before, but I remembered I have these monthly stickers with the months on them. So the last few months, because they're so long, they kind of get overlapped, but that's okay. It's for me and I don't mind it, and it is what it is. So that is my net worth page set up. I'm just gonna flip over and add all the accounts in. I've already written them down, as you can see. So we have my husband's account, my account. So then we have emergency, carry savings, extra on bills, bill paying, carry DMB, business accounts, main account, Nordea, savings, Nordea, sinking funds, automobiles, home inventory. That includes all of my jewelry, store brand, pension, DNB, pension, Anacita, pension, KLP. Then we have our debts, Clearo, Complete, Collectors Bank, Carries, Klarna, Telia, Nav, Robbins Klarna, Santander, Easy Bank, Onakasen, and DNB. So I'm just going to go through and fill out the beginning numbers. I'm going to start. That is our total debt. Because I forgot the bill paying account, I will actually have to go pull that one out later, but I'm going to fill out the rest. At the end of December, we had $282.89 in my husband's account, $49.03 in my account, $15.76 in the emergency fund, $33.64 in my savings account, 0 in the extra on bills account, 0 in this account, 0 here, minus 10 kroner, 0 here, 2007.70 here. For automobiles, both of our cars come to 291,100. I have not done our home inventory. It's one of my goals this year. Store brand pension 69,953, 38, 48, 40, 75, 46, and 0, and this last one because he didn't start his job until January. So I'm just gonna go grab that last number really quick. So I actually know what I did. I actually left off the emergency fund and not the bill paying account, because I was wondering why we had so much money in the emergency fund. I don't remember having anything in there at like right after Christmas, because we had to fix some stuff on the car and the snowmobile. So I was pretty sure it was 0, but then when I checked the bank statements, it said 1576, and what I ended up doing was I just mixed up the two accounts. So our bill paying account has 1,576 kroner in it at the end of December 31st, and our emergency fund had 0. So our total assets for December 31st is 370,378.64. Then we take that number and subtract our total debts, which gives us a negative, or a net loss, of 185,259.77. So that is our starting net worth. Of course, that is going to change as soon as we start paying off this debt. So that is our goal. So that is that page set up, and I just have one last thing to do, which is to flip back over here to our yearly overview section. This Staedtler Luma color permanent pen, yearly overview. Put my tab in. So there I have 2 of my sections set up for the back. The next section that we're going to be setting up is our debt section. I'm going to erase this. I don't know why I was trying to do it twice, but I was. But I don't need this section, so I'm just going to erase it and probably find something else to use it for. So that is our yearly overview section all set up. That is the second part of my back pages set up. That goes in the front. And that is it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you next week. Bye!